is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the BYU Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Makes a move. He's on the loose.
Still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stay. The 16.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Still running at the 40. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, TCU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Now they'll run it on the toss. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
So now it's second and long. Finds his tight end. Pick up a 5. It'll be third down and 5. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
This BYU offense set up with another first down. Not enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
He does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
The Cougars will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been sneaks into the end zone.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5.
All right, not ideal, right? Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. They'll run the toss. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get...
Turning it on! He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Fires to the big fella. And he's still running after the move. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Back to pass. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Trying play action. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Taking it the other way. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Wants to go up top. Takes the easy completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, and nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I'm sure the offense happy with that free 5 yards. Now it's 2nd and 5. keeping it on the ground with the single back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
This offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting third down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The option look. He'll toss it. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Snagged in the middle. It trends out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Let's see what they do on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'll run the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. BYU lines up quickly. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Got his man on the right. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Quick release on the RPO. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
And the Cougars come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Touchdown, Cougars! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Trying to get the corner. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Cougars will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Green. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the tight end. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jason. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. On the option. He'll toss it. Not enough for the first down. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Takes the handoff. It's Isaac. He had all signs of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got a man. It's Lawrence. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Finding open areas. There he goes. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Try to get it to the edge. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cutler. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. He'll keep it himself. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been turning it on. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day.
The extra point is blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
BYU 41, TCU 7.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake. They're working that left side. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's Ramirez. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Ramirez. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the toss. Oh, he's got a chance. Makes it past the marker. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build on it.
And they tacked on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. UCF has just had no answer to the beatdown they're taking today. I mean, when's the last time this happened to this program? They're trailing by 18 to Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Breaks the tackle. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to run it to the right. Got the first down. Looking for more. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll do it himself. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
And they go back to the well, and this time the defense is ready. Like, great job. You've already seen this wide receiver have some success running the football. They try it again. They try to give it to him on the reverse, but nice job staying home and getting the speedster on the ground.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. They'll go right back to the run. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Weeks. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the back. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.